A very good afternoon, everyone. Many thanks for joining us today for this webinar on Salesforce automation, modern day ammunition for your Salesforce. This webinar is brought to you by Denave, leading global sales tech brand, which rides high on innovation and delivers measurable impacts. So whatever you need for a successful sales journey, end to end, be it intelligent database, telesales, demand generation, training, analytics, and the list is huge. But in short, you've got everything covered to manage your end-to-end sales journey. And this is the second webinar in our ongoing series of webinars on SFA. In the previous webinar, Prashant Rohadgi, Chief Technology Officer at Denave, gave us a holistic view of SFA and how it nullifies industrial challenges. In this webinar, however, we'll be doing a thorough deep dive into the dynamics of SFA tool. And this is me, Abhilasha, Manager Marketing and Communication at Denave, your host for this session. On the presenter side, we have someone who is generally busy in either architecting some pioneering sales tech product or otherwise sharing their experience with women workforce across industries, inspiring them to carve a space for themselves in the tech domain, which is generally thought to be quite a male-dominated sector. So Neetu, would you like to say a quick hi to our audience?
Yeah, thank you, Abhilasha. That was a grand address and I'm truly humbled. I'm happy to be here today and I'm really looking forward to a very engaging session with our audience today. So let's get started with the agenda. To get our audience who were not part of our earlier session on board, we start with a quick recap of our previous webinar, SFA Nullifying Market Challenges. So there we explored SFA as a tool for an end-to-end sales ecosystem and the benefits of automation. So this recap should be helpful for that audience.
Also, Neetu, I would just like to add in here, in case if our audience is interested to know more, we would be sharing the link of the previous webinar as well, along with the link of this webinar also after the end of the session today.
Yeah, that would be helpful, Abhilasha. So after that, we address the main agenda for today, a solution breakdown for the field force in SFA. And then in this section, we will go deeper into practical applications of SFA as a tool to manage your field force, to understand the features and benefits. And we'll also go through some sample flows so that our audience can relate to what SFA is. Moving on, no information is complete today without talking about the pandemic effect, right? So we will talk about SFA for field force, how it will evolve to remain relevant in this age of social distancing. And then we conclude with a look into the intelligence AI and BI and analytics can bring into SFA.
I guess, Neetu, this sounds great. I think especially the COVID impact part is something which I'm personally looking forward to, and I'm sure even our audience would, given the present situation that we're all in.
Yeah, sure, Abhilasha. So let's start with a recap of the what and whys of SFA. Now, what is Salesforce automation? In the most simplified form, there would be a lot of definitions floating around, but I would say in the most simplified form, it's like a comprehensive sales planning and tracking tool, which automates your end-to-end sales process. So a magic box, if you will, which has tools for streamlining the collection, analysis, and distribution of data in a sales pipeline. It could be leads, orders, or field force, and field force is the highlight for today. So SFA is a toolbox encompassing all these features. Moving on, why SFA is the next pertaining question. So well, because when we automate our sales processes, we are optimizing our teams to spend more time meeting customers, promoting brands, and generating sales orders than they would actually be on manual reporting or planning processes. And with this real-time visibility on the team's progresses, managers can better plan to achieve sales or their program targets. And management gets the business intelligence through means of reports and dashboards, which helps them strategize better. And with all this in place, I think the icing on the cake is a significant increase in the ROI. So moving on, I just want to share some encouraging statistics here based on IDC survey on organizations which switched from manual to an automated sales process. So a few seconds for our audience to just have a quick look, while I just want to call out attention to the most staggering stat here, which is on the team hygiene. where you can achieve like a 65% improvement by means of geotagging for your visit authentication. And I think another interesting fact that we can see here is that 80% of sales processes can be automated, and it can deliver up to a 25% increment in your revenue growth. So I think it's not a surprise that businesses worldwide are embracing SFA for their sales processes.
While these statistics seem optimistic, Deetu, but a very straight question to you, and I'm sure this is kind of on behalf of the entire audience. Field force is all about being there on the field, and with COVID-19, even that has become tough. And I know you're covering this in detail towards the later part of the presentation, but here I just wanted to know, what do you think about that? Like the future of SFA in the post-COVID era? Maybe just a small statement, but at least it would help me to relate all these statistics, these figures with the present context.
Yeah, sure, Abhilasha. So I'm sure that's the question on everyone's mind too. So we'll talk about a little later, like you mentioned, but some quick thoughts here. So just presenting some statistics where we're seeing how field sales has been impacted and how people are moving into new ways of achieving the end, right? So with everything, there comes a downside and an upside in terms of how people would be coping with the situation and moving on. So there's a huge impact on consumer behaviors, product demand, retail and field sales, most importantly relevant to our topic for today. And businesses are being forced to think like how they can achieve business continuity with minimum person-to-person contact and to sustain. So if I have to give my thought, I think in the new normal, in spite of all these apprehensions, I see that field sales have already begun and businesses are optimistic about getting back on the field. But there'll be a more limited and more conscious manner to how they do it now. But I think businesses really have to be responsive to this change, and there's definitely a need to reimagine the ways to connect and build these customer relationships.
So I guess this change that you're talking about, Neetu, while I personally agree with you completely over here, but how do you think that salespeople will let go of their inertia and adapt? Because this is not a normal situation for them. Like they're not used to this kind of a thing.
Absolutely, Abhilasha. So I think here, I would say that there's also a mindset in play out here. So to give you a simple example, I think all of us with kids can relate to that. When online classes actually were announced, I think me, in spite of being a techie, I just thought the idea was impossible and I declared it wouldn't work. But when it did happen, I really didn't want my kids to lose out on the action. And I somehow had to make it work. And since I actually made it work, I'm happy that my kids can continue with their classes. And in fact, I have a better connect with the teachers. I really don't have to wait for a PTM, and I see the benefits coming across. So you see, I think there definitely will be probably a sort of a resistance to start with, but that's the need of the hour. So a change in mindset will definitely be required. And I'm sure that once the benefits start coming in, the adoption is going to happen much more smoothly. So it's more of a wait and watch right now, but that's how I see it, Abhilasha. Yes, I was talking about the operations managers and the management. So we have, as part of operations, we have the field execution, as I was talking about. And as managers, they are the people who own the field operations. They are the people responsible for driving the lead conversions and productivity and help the management plan and execute these GTM strategies. And whereas management obviously are the strategic decision makers, and they are looking for a 360-degree view on the sales and how to align their budgets and plan their revenues better. So this is the personas we will be taking into consideration today. Okay, so moving on, let's have a look at some of the SFA features and how they're going to be benefiting each of these personas, right? So starting with the operations team. Now, one of the major concerns that the field force has, or in fact the managers, the management have considering the field force, is that how are they going to be adopting to something like this? Either they're operating manually or probably there'll be a shift in tools, but how are they going to be adopting to the fact that there's going to be an SFA tool and monitoring happening now, right? So I think it's very important to get their mind share, and SFA does have some features which enables the managers to be able to track their teams and at the same time get their mind share. So visit authentication can happen by means of geotag, geofenced attendance. Also, there is support for offline work. So there is a seamless way in which they work. So when the field team is using the tool and they see that it's happening in a very seamless way, they are more open to be adopting and using the tool. Another thing would be using personalized messages or infographics, which helps them really connect to the tool. Gamifying options, which give them a visibility of their performance and helps them improving their productivity. Now, to also enable skill development of your team, we also have options in SFA such as training content and assessments and notifications, which help them collaborate within the team. Now, with all these features in place, the field team does, with a good SFA tool, adopt to it in a seamless way, obviously being driven by managers by means of dashboards wherein all the deviation areas are caught in. And this is how a field force can typically use an SFA tool. Moving on, let's also have a look at what the SFA tool brings in for the managers. Now, we all agree that for a manager, a real-time visibility of the team is like key importance. And like I would put it, like, micromanaging without micromanaging is really going to help maximize this productivity. Because setting up work plans for your team, ensuring their adherence, tracking their routes, approving attendance or maybe deviations, they're all part of validating the field data. Because only when the data at the source is validated, would you be assured that you're getting the right kind of analysis or look into what's happening out there to be able to steer your business or your sales outcomes.
Neetu, I think I'll just stop you there for a second. I think you threw in a tongue twister over there, but I think I caught you. You said something about micromanaging without micromanaging. It sounded kind of intriguing. So if you can elaborate it more, how is that possible?
Yeah, sure, Abhilasha. So I did think that maybe this would come up as a question later, but yes. So let's say that with an SFA in place, managers can just leave the micromanagement to SFA without the field teams actually knowing this, right? So the field team just sees a simple screen where they're doing like a data collection, but there's a lot happening in the background. So which means that as a manager, you really don't have to go through each and every report of their work because the SFA is doing it for you. And the manager is mainly concerned with actually having notifications on the areas that are actually of concern to him and where he can actually focus on the exception cases and take corrective actions rather than going through all the data or reporting of all his field team. As long as things are going fine, it's like things are fine on the ground. And he's just aware of those areas where he needs to be looking into. So I hope that clears it for you, Abhilasha, and probably for the audience who's been wondering what it may be, right?
Yeah, I guess people.
Yeah. So moving on, I just want to.
Sorry, you continue. I was just saying the kind of micromanagement which nobody will even object to because they'll not even get to know that it is being done in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so I would just continue now with some typical sample flows of screen. So I think these are just some simple flows which gives you a quick view or a tour of the SFA tool and what it could be capable of for the field force. But again, I would just want to put in a disclaimer here saying that SFA is much more. It's a wonderful tool, and a few screens might not do a complete justice to it. And this is just to relate to what SFA could entail for the field force management. So to begin with, features like geotagged mark-in, mark-out really enable visit validation. So a typical flow would be a person starting his duty for the day, able to have a look at his visits for the day. And when he's marking in at each visit, there is a geotagging, and in some cases, there could also be a geofencing as per the program needs to be able to capture the information and validate that visit. And at the back end, once the person is doing a mark-out, he finishes his visit, he does a mark-out for the day, and then he ends his duty. So this is a flow to show the flow of a person marking in for the day to marking out for the day. And a typical view of how an attendance view could look like for the manager on the web, which shows whether the person has been present, absent, what is the duration for which he's been on the field. So there's a lot more. Like leave and attendance integration could also happen with internal or external HRMS systems. And there could be a seamless flow of attendance data happening. And moving on, another really important and much asked for feature in an SFA tool would be a beat and route tracking option. Because now when you have a beat plan in place, obviously the managers would want to know, has my team actually executed the beat as per what was assigned to him? And if he had some deviations, what were those deviations, and accordingly drill down. So again, this is a huge process, but just a couple of screens to show you how the manager can have a view of the beat plan of the person and the execution of the beat plan through the day. Now, what happens in between the mark-in and mark-out? This could vary as per the program. So I'm taking a typical lead tracking option, wherein a person would be probably meeting clients to be onboarding them onto the programs and for repeated buying. So we have planned visits which the person can view, and then he can either add in new retailers, or he could revisit. I'm saying retailers, but for all we know, it could even be a client, a hospital just across the industry. And also he could be able to track what is the lead disposition, whether he's like interested, not interested, onboarded, and once he's onboarded, a lot of other things they can do in terms of engaging with the onboarded customers. And by means of this, as and when they're achieving the KPIs, obviously field teams do have their targets, because that is how you drive your sales outcomes. So this is what I meant by gamification a little earlier. So the field team has a visibility of how he's progressing, and to spice things up a bit, you also have options like leaderboard. Again, there's a lot more to gamification. This is just a view. So leaderboards would enable them to see what are those top 10 performers, where he is, and the personalized messages that come across is really not going to be demotivating the people who are having a look at the leaderboards. They know, and the messages are going to be streamlined in a way that it encourages them to perform better, rather than just saying that, okay, I'm not out of the top 10 superstars. So gamification is a really big trend that's catching on.
In fact, Neetu, I used to earlier think that gamification is something which we can relate to training, etc. But this being there in the SFA, I think it's quite an interesting thing.
Yeah, yes, surely I would agree, Abhilasha, because who doesn't like a good competition to actually spice things up and get the best out of you, right? So,
True.
yeah. So apart from this is how a typical operational dashboard would look like. This would be, again, varying from program and the KPIs of the across industries and the clients. But this is a generic dashboard to put together to just show you like how you can actually drive operational hygiene, performance of your team, and also identify any deviations or outliers in your typical program. So we see that on the top section gives you an idea of who are the people on the field that day, how many of them actually performed as per the beat plan. The next section would have some graphs to give you a quick visual of the performance for the day. And on the right side, you can also see like any deviations can be called out either to a beat plan, or maybe there is a system in place saying that, okay, this volume or the output or the order that has been received today does not look right. And overall, the daily and the MTD progress on the targets, right? So this is how a typical dashboard would look like, and basis there would also be intelligence to show them what the day status looked like. Was it like a highly productive day, a so-so day? So the manager can obviously action on this with this real-time visibility on a day-to-day basis. And moving on, so this is not like a must-have for an SFA tool, just bringing this up here because this again has come out as one of the things that the field team actually would need in some cases. So yes, businesses do have their extensive expense management system. They would probably be looking for integration with SFA tools, but in the least, SFA tools would also enable field team to be, because it involves a lot of travel. So they should be able to upload their expenses and for a manager to be able to approve and for them to be claiming it at the end of it. And moving on, yes, management and SFA. So management is king, and what they would be needing is the right kind of data, in-depth analysis related to performance, compliance, region-wise, probably vertical-wise, basis which they are able to take informed decision, which will help them drive sales, brand visibility in case of a retail execution. They can plan their resources, budgets, and any GTM strategy that obviously is driving their ROI. So that's what management has in it for it. And again, this is a sample dashboard, if I can call it so. So this is how it could look like. And SFA tools typically have this option to customize it as per the client needs. So you can see by means of bar graphs, pie charts, heat maps, so different ways to represent the kind of data that management would like to see. So I would say, again, an oxymoron, if I may, that the dashboards really need to be comprehensive, but at the same time, really simple to be able to read and understand. So there's not much time spent in actually looking at figures and graphs and trying to figure out things. So we'll talk about it a little more in depth when we come to our intelligence part of it. But yes, so that's a quick visual tour of what SFA would entail for the field force. right? So at this point in time, before we move on to the next, I'd just like to see if you want to pause here for a quick Q&A in case, I just don't want to have it to be like a overload. So any questions here, we can just take that up now.
Yeah, I think because it was quite a in-depth, thorough tour of SFA for field force which you shared, Neetu. So I guess Rashi, in case if you see any raise of hands or any questions in the chat box, you can just we can just take them up right now, I guess.
Definitely, Abhilasha. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand or type your question in the chat section and I will take it up. I see a raise of hand from Harsh. Harsh, I'm just unmuting you and you can ask your question directly to Neetu.
Yes.
Yes. Please, Harsh.
Hey Neetu, it's really nice, to listen you. So my question is, can my field team also take orders and manage discount and offers using the SFA tool?
Hi Harsh, first of all. So yes, definitely the order management, like I said initially, is part of the SFA tool as a whole. So some SFA tools also have order management on a whole as an end-to-end order management process. But I would also say that in the least an SFA tool should also, given that the field force would be going out there to take the orders, it should at least enable the field force to have options to view the promotions, schemes, discounts, to be able to have conversations with their retailers and do at least a basic order taking, which can later be integrated to order management systems. But yes, the answer would be it entails an end-to-end order management system, or it could at least have enough to enable the field force to be taking the orders from the field. I hope that answers your question, Harsh.
Yeah, Neetu, that's really a great feature in the SFA tool. Thanks for answering.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Harsh.
Do we have any additional question at the moment, Rashi? Because we have a long Q&A session towards the end as well.
So from the context of the field force, some relevant questions that I think is required in today's time is the businesses are actually asking how do they best serve their customers, how to stay in touch with them, because it's getting really difficult for the field force to be on the field these days. So though field team has resumed the operations, there is definitely a consciousness around it, and also the businesses are being forced to think that okay, the field teams have been working in a particular way, and if there's going to be a limitation on the way in which they're going to be working on the field, what do we do with their time? How do we manage the field spirits? Are they going to be apprehensive about what the future is going to be for them? So businesses having their own field teams definitely are giving a thought to these questions. And to enable this, yes, SFA has a few features. I would say a lot more to be coming in as the time rolls in, but from what we see right now, I spoke about it earlier saying that there's limited visits have already started. And what we're seeing is that in the SFA domain, these features that I'm going to be talking about now are being spoken about and asked for. So one of them is the hygiene adherence checklist, something that's topped on our POHL as one of the most, the businesses see this as one of the most impactful areas there. So as part of hygiene adherence and checklist, what you can see is that SFA can enable when a field team is starting his duty for the day, he needs to be able to agree and adhere to a checklist. And if there is a non-adherence observed, it is immediately in real time highlighted to the HRD or to the managers. Here, he's also able to upload a photo. There can be some intelligence built in wherein, in case he's not, the photo does not show that he has followed the standards of a mask, it is highlighted and sent back to the relevant authorities. Also, there are features wherein some interesting things coming in where we're seeing that businesses are also asking to integrate with Arogya Setu app, being able to have their daily reports put into the tool so that they can see whether it's all validated and ensuring that there is a safety for the field force and also the person he's meeting, right? And Next in line would be the remote customer reach by means of virtual selling. So when we spoke about COVID earlier, there was a statistic, in case you observed, which said that sales leaders actually initially, Abhilasha, we spoke about the adoption part of it. So when the COVID impact started, a survey said that there would be just about 5% of them who were willing to move into a virtual selling mode because of the mindset that contactless might not work and field sales rely on personal contact. Now, virtual selling really might be impactful in the coming days because that number jumped to like 27% just within like 3 weeks, which means that people actually started thinking differently, right? So that's the virtual selling. So in this case, you see that a beat plan is also enabled with a calling feature. So in case that gives them the flexibility to either be on the field and work as per a beat plan, or they could also reach out to them through a call. So it could be a mix of both, only calling, only visits. So it just makes the option really flexible for this scenario. The next part is the motivation part for your team. Now, when a team is working remotely, it's important for them to be motivated by means of reaching out to them, giving them the right content, skilling them. I spoke about field sales, maybe in the coming days would be moving more into an inside sales. So they need to have the right content to enable them, and assessments to ensure that your team is being skilled and a manager has a view of how to be planning for his individual development and to earn a career path for him. Now, another interesting part here would be the configurable questionnaire. So though this is not like an SFA feature as such to be used by the personas I spoke about, I think an SFA provider should, in these testing times, have this feature, because another common challenge that we see across businesses is that the turnaround on the new forms, the kind of data they want to be capturing. So configurable questionnaires through the means of form builder enable creation of forms quickly and turnaround. And in this time, I have been seeing that it's very important to get the right kind of data on the field. So today you could be collecting data for probably a different reason, but you would want to see where the business is headed, what the market is talking about, right? So configurable questionnaires are going to be of key importance for the data collection, from the data collection point of view. So moving on, let's talk about building intelligence into the system. So for any software today, leveraging the advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, all these are like game changers. And we spoke about the pandemic. So given the pandemic, these technologies are going to be more prevalent because like we say, artificial intelligence is all about mimicking, humans in terms of learning, comprehending, or even analyzing. And it's just that it's just more faster and more accurate. So a lot of things that AI can enable here for you. And we are going to again be talking about some typical AI-enabled features that can be built into SFA. So we have things like intelligent dashboards, smart audit. I'll be speaking a bit about each of these as we move ahead. So here I want to call out attention to the adherence authentication also. I spoke a little earlier about how photos that people are going to be putting up as part of their checklist is going to be authenticated through AI, and also any data from Arogya Setu app can be automatically extracted and pushed into the SFA to enable the safety concerns. And moving on, I'm also showing you a feature which is a smart auditor for enhanced auditing. So any of any programs that have this option or a requirement for their back-end auditors to be auditing the field data, the smart auditors are going to be really helpful, because what the smart auditor is going to do is it's going to leverage AI and reduce the time and efforts that the auditors are going to be spending to validate the field data. Because as part of AI, they're going to be pre-trained models and image processing. And with that, there is also detection of the signages, especially in the retail execution. We see that this is very helpful because any on-field data has to have a back-end validation. So looking at how many signages were probably available, what is the branding visibility, all these things can be achieved by means of a smart auditor. So it might not completely eliminate a back-end auditor, but we would say that up to 70 to 80% of their work will definitely become faster, because it's going to be prompting them and giving those auto approvals in such cases. So that's like the smart auditor for you. Moving on, this is a very, I think, an underrated feature, though very few talk about it. We definitely think that in the industry, not many are aware of what are the things you can subliminally do to actually optimize a beat plan. So given that we have information on the retailer location, we have information on what are those targets, and if it is also compounded by getting information on the sales, individual performance, all this put together, and with study of the data region-wise, cluster-wise, what is the agent's performance, daily overall productivity, all these put together, AI helps to create data models, which is going to help them optimize a beat plan. When you say optimize beat plans, with all this information, they know what are the capabilities of individuals, they know the capabilities of regions, they know that given this, what is the best beat plan that probably an agent should be taking to get the best business outcome. So that's another really interesting, I would again say underrated but important feature for an SFA tool. Moving on, these are the intelligent dashboards which give you in-depth analysis, inferences, and insights. So a management would really benefit by using an intelligent dashboard, because apart from just showing graphs, figures, pie charts, heat maps, what this is going to do, it's also going to make it very readable and give you the inferences and insights about, okay, you don't have to typically read a graph or a chart by yourself. It infers and gives you all the information that you need in a very readable format. So with this, the dynamic narratives really are going to be helping the management make informed decisions and strategizing. And this is also connected with a feedback loop mechanism. So when a management is actually having a look at these dashboards, any area of deviation or outlier that they see, or they feel that there needs to be a corrective action out here, right from the dashboard, they have the option to send it back to the people who can take the corrective actions. So it's not going to be spending time on connecting over calls and deciding. The system is going to automate this end-to-end process for them, which I think is a huge advantage. And if you ask me personally, from my experience, this is again going to be something that is going to be really prevalent in the coming future. Another interesting function of artificial intelligence would be the planogram automation. So again, in planogram automation, you have store layouts. Again, planograms are executed in retail. Here we're taking an example of an IT and peripheral industry. So once you have a store layout, AI enables them to be able to, if they have some existing planograms, read those existing planograms and later update it as per their need. Because when you do this manually, it is going to be taking a very long time. And what we have seen is through a planogram automation, there is a reduction of time and efforts by up to 80% and up to like 50% faster deployment into the market, because once the planograms are created, they need to be rolled out to the stores. So anywhere where this process is being done manually, automating this end-to-end process is going to be reaping huge benefits, because the deployments are going to be happening faster, and you can just get your products and the visibility on a much faster scale. So that's talking about our artificial intelligence. Now, another part of building intelligence into SFA is through analytics. So what I'm going to be taking you through is just like a quick walkthrough, because again, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and I would definitely feel that this requires a complete session to itself, which is being planned in the near future. So
yes. So we would be kind of covering that in the third webinar of this series. So and we'll be sharing more details about it in the coming few days with everyone.
Yeah, sure. So, and I would actually really, as a personal note, suggest that audience who are part of manager and management and really want to reap benefits of how informed decisions can be made, and what is that information that is going to be available for them, should definitely be part of this, right? So here, what we're trying to say is that as part of analytics solution, all the data collected from the field, basis whatever executions you could be doing on the field, there is an analytics engine which is reading the data, analyzing the data, and again giving you that in-depth detailing of whatever would be relevant for you for getting your business outcomes. And all that information could either be available to you in means of a report or dashboard, or it could also be available in terms of emailers or newsletters. So again, this is once an analysis is done, the way it is to be presented and way the businesses want to read it can obviously be discussed with the providers and designed accordingly for them to get the maximum benefit out of this. and if this is also compounded with any data that the client has to offer in terms of probably a sales data or a distributor data, everything can add up, and things just get better in terms of the benefits you can reap out of this. So that brings me to the end of this session, where we have just taken a quick virtual tour of some typical SFA flows, the benefits they bring onto the table, how the COVID and SFA looks like, and how it can be augmented by using intelligence by means of artificial intelligence and analytics.
And as we've reached the end of this webinar, I would like to just share some information with our audience. So this is our sales process automation page. You can go through it. So today we have covered a very specific topic, like we deep dived into the SFA tool, but in case if there is anything else which you would like to know more about, like in the entire gamut of sales process automation, I would request you to kindly go through our page. There's a whole lot of information over there. Also, these are our social media handles. Again, plethora of useful information available over there. You can also check out our YouTube